Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today's video is going to be about me sharing my second pregnancy, labor and delivery experience. Let me first start by saying that my second pregnancy at the end of the day was a positive experience. Even though there was a lot of roller coaster emotions, it was positive because I got the most perfect baby boy. When you're pregnant, you expect and pray for everything to go well, especially if it's not your first rodeo. You just know that everything's gonna go well. If you had a good first pregnancy, you expect your subsequent pregnancies to also go well. But unfortunately, that was not the case for me. My second pregnancy, I had complications in my third trimester, which ended up in me having my baby early. Let me backtrack a little bit. So I found out I was pregnant when I was already like 6 weeks gone. I had my first ultrasound at 9 weeks. I was excited. I mean, even though I felt like I wasn't ready for another baby, I was excited and, ready to do this. Throughout my pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester, I was having a swell time because I didn't have any bad symptoms. Like the worst of my symptom was the heartburn, but aside from that, I was having a smooth sailing pregnancy journey. Fast forward to third trimester when I was 30 weeks pregnant. That was when things started to go haywire. When I was 30 weeks pregnant, I just woke up. I noticed that I was spotting. I was like, what's going on? I decided to call my OBGYN, and when I went in, they did the ultrasound. They said my baby was fine, and then they did a cervical exam. They didn't see any bleeding. Bleeding had already stopped. My OBGYN could not understand or explain why I was bleeding at 30 weeks. But his theory was that I probably lost my mucus plug, and he said he doesn't think I'm going to have any more episodes of bleeding. So that was very reassuring. Fast forward to a few days later when I was 31 weeks and 4 days. This is Monday, November 27th. I was just laying down. It was around like 12:20 a.m. in the midnight. At the early hours of Monday morning, I was reading something on my phone, just having a chill time on the couch when I felt something come out of me. I thought I was like peeing on myself or something. It was just like a weird feeling. So I stood up, and immediately I stood up, I had a gush of blood. Like blood was pouring out of me at 31 weeks and 4 days. I was shocked. I had to like clean my eyes. I thought I was dreaming, but I looked down and it was blood, and the blood kept on pouring. Like blood was trickling down my leg. I started to scream. I started to freak out. Guys, I thought I was having a miscarriage because that's exactly what that looked like. So my husband was sleeping on the couch beside me. He was with my daughter. They were sleeping together. And I screamed, baby, baby, I'm bleeding. And then he just got up from his sleep. He just grabbed me rolls of paper towels and he got me like an outfit because I was screaming. Like I couldn't move. Every step I take, there's like a gush of blood. Immediately we got into the car. My husband was speeding. Like when I say speeding, I mean like fast and furious speeding. And we just needed to get to the emergency room ASAP. I'm even glad we didn't get into any accident because I can't count like how many red lights that he ran. All through the car ride, we were praying. I was like, God, I need to feel the baby kicking. And I couldn't feel the baby kicking. I was like, oh my God, I think we lost the baby. Oh my God. And then my husband hit a bump on the road. When he hit that bump, I felt the baby kick. I was like, babe, I think I just felt the baby kick. My husband did not even listen to me. He kept on praying. He had his hand on my stomach. And when we got to the emergency room, he got me a wheelchair. And when I stood up from the car to the wheelchair, another gush of blood, like I wouldn't stop bleeding. So when we got to the OB emergency, I was so upset that they had to make me sign in or check in before they could even attend to me or before they could do like an ultrasound. They had to ask for my insurance information and all that stuff. I felt like you guys don't even know if I'm losing my baby. You don't know if there's something that you can do to save me or my baby right now, yet you're still having me check in. So that was very annoying. After I finished the check-in process, I was taken to the room. The resident came and she did the ultrasound. She was like, your baby's in there, your baby's fine, heart rate's fine, everything's looking good. I was like, no, I don't believe you. I need to listen to my baby's heartbeat before I can be 100% sure that the baby's fine. I listened to the heartbeat. The heartbeat was fine. The nurses helped me to clean up all my blood, and then I was transferred to labor and delivery. So when I got to labor and delivery, they started me on magnesium and IV fluids. So the whole point of giving the magnesium is to prepare you for preterm labor. And what the magnesium does is it's neuroprotective. It protects the baby's brain. It prevents the chances of the child being born with cerebral palsy or any form of brain disorders. I'm going to infuse the clip here where I got the magnesium. Hey guys, so I just got disconnected from the magnesium. They just stopped the magnesium I took it for 12 hours. I also took the steroid, so all that was done precautionary in case I go into labor. But thank God everything's been fine. The baby's heart rate has been fine. My heart rate's been fine. I'm no longer bleeding, so thank God. Thank you, Jesus. So everything's fine now. They're gonna transfer me to the antepartum ward. So now I'm gonna be leaving labor and delivery. So that means that's a good sign that my risk of having the baby early is over. So all we're just waiting for now is for them to give me the clear to go home. But I'll likely be here for 3 days. You never know what's gonna happen with pregnancy, so I just thank God that only the positives happening right now. Thank you, God. Alright, so after I got the magnesium, I was also given steroid. I was given 2 doses of steroid, 24 hours apart. When I finished my first magnesium drip, I was transferred to the antepartum ward. Later that day, the IRIX doctors came to see me and they did another ultrasound. And the doctor said I was bleeding from the placenta. He said he doesn't know what caused it, but I had a clot in my placenta. He said it wasn't placental abruption. Placental abruption is when the placenta comes off the uterus, but I didn't have that. I had a subchorionic hematoma. So it's just like a clot that's formed in the placenta for no reason. He couldn't explain what caused it, so he said I was going to be in the hospital for monitoring and bed rest. So I was admitted. While in the hospital, I tried to make myself happy because I was glad that nothing had happened to my baby. I literally thought I had a miscarriage because it was so much blood. The blood stained all the carpet at home because my husband went back home and he made a video to show it to me. I was shocked at how soaked our carpet was with blood, and it was just by the grace of God that despite all that bleeding, my baby was not affected in any way, because the blood is what gives nutrients and oxygen to the baby. So if I've lost all this blood, that means my baby was deprived of oxygen and nutrient. It was fine. None of the bleeding affected him in any way. So I just really thank God for that. I was so grateful and I decided to just be happy. Even though I didn't like staying in the hospital for that long, I was happy that I and my baby were fine. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no bleeding. So I was discharged on Thursday. I am just so ready to leave. So ready to be out of here. I miss the house. I miss my baby, Davina. I miss my bed. So next time I'm gonna be here is in 7 to 8 weeks. Hopefully 7 weeks. When the baby is ready to pop. But yes, I am so ready to leave. Okay, you all, I'm going to comment real quick to say that you guys can see I was so excited to be leaving the hospital today. Little did I know that the following Monday, which is 4 days later, I'll be coming back to the hospital for the same reason. On Monday, I decided to resume work. This is when I was 32 weeks and 4 days. I had on my cute dress, I had on my white coat, and I was ready to crush the day. But guys, immediately I got into the urgent care, because I work at an urgent care. I felt the same feeling again, something coming out of me. I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm at work. I hope I'm not bleeding again, because I thought this was over. Crazy thing is, I didn't have no pad on, because the doctor told me that since I was no longer bleeding, everything's resolved. So I didn't see the need to have any pad on, because I wasn't expecting to bleed anymore. My husband had just dropped me at work, because he was the one that drove. So I went to the bathroom. Immediately I got into the bathroom. I'm trying not to relive that experience, but first off, a large clot came out of me. And then, oh, my baby's crying. A large clot came out of me. Following that was continuous bleeding. Like, this bleeding was worse than the bleeding that I had a week before. Like, the blood would not stop. And this is me at the bathroom of work. Like, I literally didn't know what to do. There was blood all over the bathroom floor. And I called my husband. I was like, babe, you need to come back. I'm bleeding again. He started to freak out, but he was like, I should calm down. He didn't go far, so he drove back immediately. He advised me to call a colleague to help me clean up and to help me with like pad or something. So I called my colleague. Shout out to Natalie. I called Natalie and she came over to the bathroom and she was so sweet. She got me a pad and then she helped me like clean up all the blood. And then she walked me outside to the car where my husband was. We drove straight to the emergency room. They did the ultrasound. The baby's fine. The baby is not even affected one tiny bit by all the bleeding, and I passed like 3 large clots. I'm like, what's going on? Why am I bleeding? Why am I bleeding? I didn't understand what was going on. And I've been like careful. I've been on bed rest. So I didn't understand what was happening. The next day, the Irish doctor came and he was like, Dami, this time around, we're not going to discharge you. You are going to be in the hospital until you deliver. So I was like, okay, I don't mind. I'm going to stay in the hospital. And this was December 4th. And my due date is January 25, 2024. So if I'm going to stay in the hospital until I deliver, that means I'll be spending both Christmas and New Year in the hospital. That was sad and depressing, but I just needed to do what was best for myself and my baby. So I agreed that I was going to stay in the hospital until I delivered. They started me on iron infusion, like IV iron, because of all the blood that I was losing, so I don't end up needing a transfusion. The iron.
This is the iron. Is this the first time you're getting it?
No, I got it yesterday.
Because the bleeding might
continue.
It's very thick. That's why I was looking for juicy vein.
Oh, okay.
And then that's why I'm flushing it very slowly.
So guys, on Wednesday night, in the evening actually, around I think it was 6 or 5 p.m., I went to pee. And after I finished peeing, I saw water trickling down my leg. And I started to freak out. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me my water is breaking. So I grabbed the phone and I called the nurse. The nurse came in and she said, yes, it looks like it's your water breaking. So she had me lay down on the bed. They strapped me on the contraction and the fetal heart rate monitor. And they were monitoring that. The doctor came in. She did a cervical exam and she checked if it was truly my water that was ruptured. And yes, my membranes had ruptured at 32 weeks and 6 days. My water ruptured. This is crazy. She said I was 2 centimeters dilated. I've been 2 centimeters dilated since 2-3 weeks ago, so that was nothing new. But she said since my water broke, I might be going into labor. I was rushed again to labor and delivery. When I got to labor and delivery, they put the monitors on me. I was in labor and delivery for 24 hours, but there was no contraction and I wasn't feeling no pain. I was taken back to the antepartum ward. And, you know, at this point, I was like sad, like, God, why is this happening? I don't understand, like, what did I do wrong? I don't want to have a preterm baby. That's because there's a lot of risks associated with having a baby preterm. You don't even know what weight your baby will be born at. You don't know if your baby's brain will be mature enough. You don't know if your baby's lungs will be mature enough. Even though they try to give you medicine to help, you don't know if the medicine is going to work. And also long term, you don't know what your baby could develop because they are not full term. I mean, a lot of preterm babies turn out fine, because during that period, I started to read online, check Reddit to know people's experience. And I see mothers saying that the babies were born 25 weeks, 26 weeks, and their baby's doing okay. So that was reassuring, but still, you never know what could happen. I was advised to keep drinking a lot of water because since I already lost my membrane, I would continue leaking water. I was starting on antibiotics because my chance of getting a uterine infection was high. For real, depression started to kick in. I started to feel very sad. So today's day 6 of me living in the hospital until when I have my baby. I came in on Monday, so today's Sunday. So it's my 6th day. I mean, if you count Monday, it's already like 7 days of me staying in the hospital. And I don't know, I'm just so emotional today. Like, I'm extremely emotional. Like, I'm just really sad. And I'm just so tired. It's not easy at all. But I'm just trying to do what's best for my baby. And The only way I can do that is by staying in the hospital until when I give birth. But I'm just so tired of being here. But I'm gonna hold it out until when I actually give birth. So I'm 33 weeks and 3 days today. My water broke at 32 weeks and 6 days. My hair looks like shit. For real, I need to take off my braids. Like, I don't even have the energy to do anything. I'm just so tired. But I was always happy when my family would come visiting. Give me a hug. I miss you. I miss my baby. I miss my baby. Dav Dav. Hi. I'll give mommy a kiss. Mwah. I love you. It's our 30th anniversary today, and we're spending it at the hospital. Which sucks. My husband got me this flowers. He brought it tonight when he was coming to see me. I thought he forgot, and I didn't want to remind him, but he remembered. I'm sure you remember all day. Smells so good. Happy anniversary to us, baby.
You don't get to see everything.
3 down. Many months ago. Our next anniversary, we're gonna be a family of 4.
By God's grace.
By the grace of God. So yeah. Okay. But when they leave, then I start to get sad. It felt like I was in a prison. Sometimes I would look out the window, it would be snowing, raining, but I can't experience the weather because I'm stuck in the hospital. So sometimes the depression sets in, but I knew that I was doing what was best for me and my baby. So the Iris doctors started to talk to me about delivery plans. So they said they were going to induce me when I get to 34 weeks. On Monday, 33 weeks and 4 days. My husband had slept in the hospital the night before. We started the day as usual. We went to the Starbucks. I had a nice drink. I had some brownies. When I got back to the room, the nurse came in. She gave me the IV iron, and I went to sleep. This was like around 2 o'clock. So I woke up 2 hours later, around like past 4. I went to the bathroom. I started to feel pain in my back and my lower abdomen. I thought I was constipated because iron causes constipation. That's one of the side effects of iron. I strained as much as I could, but nothing was coming out. I was hungry, so I ordered for lunch. After that, I started to feel the pain more frequently. Coincidentally, my sister was coming to visit me on that day. She was coming with her boyfriend. So when she came upstairs with her boyfriend, I told her I'm having like bad constipation pain. The pain started to come on more strongly, more frequently, and I was like, this is not constipation because this is starting to feel like contractions. But I tried to like shove off that thought, and I was like, no, this cannot be contraction because I must not be going into labor. Like, I'm just 33 weeks and 4 days. I haven't even gone into 34 weeks. I have 3 days left to 34 weeks, so why would I be going into labor now? So I kept praying it off and I kept ignoring it, but the pain started getting so strong that it was too hard to ignore it. Guys, I started to like freak out, and I told my sister to call the nurse. When the nurse came, and she was like, oh no, you're not having contractions, you're probably just constipated. Sometimes constipation may mix contractions. So she was like, drink a lot of water, and then she ordered me some Kool-Aid. Oh, my baby, let me get the baby. All right, so we have a guest in today's video. She just woke up. The nurse was like, oh, you're probably just constipated, you'll be fine. I'm gonna order you some Kool-Aid. And she told me to drink lots of water just to be on the safer side. She told me to time the pain, and I started to time it, and it was regular. I was telling the nurse, I'm not ready to have this baby today. You guys have to keep this baby in. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you have to stop this baby from coming today. You have to stop his contractions. So then they started me on IV fluids, and they said maybe because I'm dehydrated, that's why my uterus is contracting. But no, that wasn't helping. The doctor came, she did a cervical exam. I was 4 centimeters dilated. Like I had gone from 2 centimeters to 4 centimeters. They strapped me on the contraction monitor, and I was having strong contractions. I told my sister to call my husband. When she called my husband was like, no, I don't think she's going into labor. It's still gonna be like a few hours for her to even have the baby if truly she's in labor. Because for my daughter, I was in labor for like 16 to 20 hours. So my husband didn't believe that I'm gonna start labor now and have the baby now. Before you know it, guys, I threw up. Immediately I threw up, I knew it's go time. I was like, oh my god, so there's nothing you guys can do to keep this baby in? They was like, nope, we've tried everything. It looks like you're gonna have the baby today. So I was taken to labor and delivery. They had to change my gown because I already puked all over my gown. When my OBGYN came, she did the cervical exam, and I was like 6 centimeters dilated. I started to scream for the epidural. I was not prepared to have the baby. My husband is not here. I don't have my doula. Mentally, I was not ready to have the baby. So, look at you. You showing that your newborn's crunchy? His newborn's crunchy. Your newborn's crunchy. He's so cute. But I know that if I had gone full term and if I was like mentally ready to have the baby on that day, I would have done without the epidural. But the doctor came and she checked me. I was 10 centimeters dilated. I was surprised at how fast I got to 10 centimeters. Because for my first baby, it took me like 12, 16 hours to get to 10 centimeters. But this time around, it's less than 3 hours and I'm already 10 centimeters. Everything progressed so fast. The first push, the baby crowned. The first thing the nurse said was, the baby has so much air. So I gave the second push. Second push brought out his head, and then the third push literally just slipped out. I asked for me to do skin to skin, but they said no, that I had to take care of him because it was like way early. So my sister cut the cord, and it was at that point. She was there for me all through. I was happy that she was there. Like, she only came to visit, but this is her being my labor partner out of the blue. I look like
She just, you know, she just gave birth. How do you feel?
We just had our baby in the most unexpected way ever. But we give God the glory. Time is 10 o'clock. We're gonna go see the baby in the NICU once my breakfast comes. So we are going to see our baby this morning. Excited to go see him, and I'm gonna get to do some skin to skin time with him, so that's exciting. I had breakfast, I took a shower, I'm ready. Yes, let's go. Hopefully they can try to let me breastfeed him, but we are ready. Hi, Papa. Hello, Papa. He's so tiny. You removed his oxygen. Is that okay? The oxygen is no longer in his nose and it's in his mouth.
Oh, it fell out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there soon anyways. Just take them out.
And it's sucking on the oxygen.
Okay, I'm gonna be in there in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Hi, Damien. Hi, Papa. Hmm? Yeah, Papa. My son. I'm gonna see you soon, okay? Oh, oh, no. Sorry. That's okay, pacifier. Yeah. Make sure you get strong on time so mommy can take you home before Christmas, okay? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know how much I love you. Okay, so I'm giving my baby his first bottle and I'm so excited. He's doing so good. He's sucking everything like a champ. He's almost done with the bottle. We are happy. Baby is doing such a good job. He's acing all his milestones like so well. He's almost done with the bottle. I love you. You love me. We are happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Would you say you love me too? This is Daddy carrying baby for the first time.
This is Dami.
Yeah.
The family buddy.
Yeah, and that is so emotional.
Yeah.
Hi guys, so I'm so happy today because I am finally going home. Okay, I thought I was gonna be here for at least 4 weeks, and this is me going home now. And look at this, no more pregnant belly. My stomach is now like flat. My baby's doing well. He's still in the NICU, but we saw his doctor today and she said he's gonna be going home tomorrow because he pretty much already like aced everything. He's no longer on oxygen. He's already breathing well on his own. He's able to regulate his temperature. He's eating well. Like the feeding tube was taken out.
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so I was just waiting to make sure the social worker saw you. So did you do the birth certificate?
I did.
They came back to you, you signed off, yada, yada, yada. Okay. This is your discharge instructions. Different from babies. When baby gets discharged from NICU, it'll be a whole different thing. Okay. This is just, postpartum vaginal delivery stuff.
Okay.
You're taking this home, and you're just signing that you have it, basically that they're reviewing with you.
Okay.
Just if bleeding is too heavy, if you have a headache, it could be your blood pressure, if there's any foul smell.
Oh, I have to sign, not write my
It's
name?
okay. As long as you know that that's you, then we're okay. Yeah, we're good.
So yeah, we're going home. Is it actually? Oh yeah, hold on. Oh, this is cute. This is cute. Look at, isn't this cute? Compared to what you did for me. Ah! See fine girl. See fine girl. This is Shatifa. See fine girl. We are going to pick up our son in the NICU and we are so excited. Super excited. Yes, let's do this. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Can I see your ID bags, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, he's ready to go home.
Time to
So
go.
we just have to do his car seat.
Okay.
Time to go home.
And then, yeah.
He's awake.
I just fed him, so that's why he's awake.
Oh.
Yep. Really good.
Yes.
Papi.
Hi, Papa.
Hi, I'm Nora. Nice to meet you.
Nice
We're
to
with
meet
Madeline
you.
today.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's stinking adorable. You know that,
He's
though.
so cute.
Thank you.
So cute.
Go home.
He was there for just 3 days. Wow. I'm so
That
proud
is
of you.
amazing.
Yeah.
You did great.
Yeah.
So, car seat challenge. Did somebody explain it to you guys what it is?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have to put him in the car seat. He has to stay in it for an hour and a half. Okay. We keep him on the monitor the whole time that he's in it, just to make sure that he can keep his airway nice and open, that his vital signs stay good while he's in it. That's all.
Okay. I'm not gonna move him around. He's just gonna be
He's
sitting.
just gonna be sitting right in there. Yep.
Hi, Papa. You up? Hello.
So I grab just a blanket and we'll throw that over top of him so it doesn't get too cold. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know. Yes. Yes, Damien. Yes, Papa. Oh, your legs are good. You're gonna put on your socks, okay? Oop. Okay. Perfect. You look so cozy in there. Okay. Okay, so I move already.
Socks to rock to.
That's the smallest size you can get. Hold on, Daddy.
I gotta walk you out and we gotta check your bands and stuff at security, okay?
He's so happy.
Papa, do you want to sit back seat? This will win.
You guys took that packet of paperwork that I
Yes,
gave
it's
you,
on my
right?
bag.
Okay,
Yeah.
just check.
That everything kind of worked out, and that's the truth, because if my baby had gone full term, it might have been 10-11 pounds. It might have been so big, and I would have had to have an emergency C-section, or they would have had to cut me, like do an episiotomy so they can bring the baby out. But my baby came at the right time, at the right weight. Like, guys, it's even bigger than most full-term babies. So this is this little guy at 33 weeks, and he was born at 6 pounds and 2.8 ounces. But yes, guys, so that's my labor and delivery experience. Thank you for watching this video to the end. And if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the family. I mean, also let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share my video. I'm glad I had my little guy here with me. I'll catch you on my next video. Bye, guys.